Whoa, he smacked that hard on the way in. Oh, he's giving us an aerial show, isn't he? Look at this absolutely beautiful guy. Good morning, guys. Guadalupe fishing here. Rainbow trout fishing this morning. It is first light. It's about 35 degrees, and we're gonna have a magnificent high of 40 degrees. It's gonna be a little bit cold out here. If you guys want to fly fish, fly fish. If you want to just throw the regular rod and reel, do what you're doing. There's no judge zone here. There is some judges up through here with the trout fishing groups and stuff like that that'll kind of put their nose up at you. Do you. What you're doing, as long as it's not illegal, immoral, don't worry about it. But you don't need a specific rod and reel. You don't need any fancy stuff. I personally like to fish with stuff a little bit light action. I like to fish with a little bit of light setups as far as my rod, my reel, my line, my leader, all that stuff. Give the trout a little bit of a chance, but also have a little bit of meat and backbone in there in case you get a real nice trout, what they call up here a holdover trout, meaning it wasn't stocked or planted this year. It's been sitting in here for a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever. Just to keep that in mind as you're fishing. You will bump into people out here that are fly fishing, and they'll put their nose up to you if you're fishing with a lure or whatever. Hey guys, it's a free country. And again, as long as you're going by Texas Parks and Wildlife rules, don't worry about what them guys are saying. There's one. Nicer trout too. Feels pretty good. I don't think he's a holdover, but he's a nice trout. Hey guys, how y'all doing this morning? Beautiful trout there, guys. Really, really nice looking fella. Really chunky guy. Take off, my friend. But we are not keeping. If you do keep out here, I'm not going to even tell you the regulations because each crossing and each area has different regulations as far as what you can fish with, what you can keep, if you have to use artificial, if you can use live, if you can use this. I'm not going to get into the rules. Just not going to do it. Read up on Texas Park and Wildlife on their website. There's a nice one. It'll tell you exactly what you can do, what you can't do out here when you're fishing for these big, beautiful trout. Get your butt back over here, boy. Look at that big old beautiful guy. Not measuring, just out here fishing and having fun, guys, recording, showing you guys that these are out here and you can catch them. In my opinion, like right here, I haven't even had to handle this trout, and I'd rather not handle this trout. A lot of folks out here get a little too handsy with them, get touched them too much. I'd rather not even do that. You don't have to touch them. The least amount you touch them, the better. Let's get you out. Ready, set, go. And there he goes. Some will say throw the little Mepps rooster tail. Some will say throw just like a little chrome lure. Some will say you can almost throw a piece of metal and they'd bite it out here. Throw the countdown, any type of real small minnow bait or real small artificial, like really small worm presentation. I think you'll have some luck if you work the bait just right and just entice the trout a little bit, guys. If you're setting your hook quick enough, you're not going to hurt these trout. So when you allow them to mount that bait and get that bait further down into their mouth or into their gills, that's when you're going to hurt them. If you're real worried about it, if you're using treble hooks or any type of hook, what you can also do to be extra careful is pinch the barb. If you pinch the barb, a lot of times as soon as they come up into your net, they'll just go ahead and spit the hook, so that helps as well. Let's see if this deep cold pocket will pay off through here. It'll be a really easy spot to net the fish as well, because it's deeper where I'm standing. If you cast it close to that bank, just be careful, because there's a lot of break-offs, a lot of limbs. Every time there's a storm, it's gonna come down through here and redistribute all of that good stuff. So you gotta be careful, or you might be losing lures just like you would fishing for any other species. Got one. whether you're casting into them or letting the fish get up into them, either way. This guy was attacking this right from along these rocks. Whoa, he's not done. Very aggressive guy. Let's try to tire him out a little bit more. He's diving deep down to the rocks where he's bit me. Good job, my friend. Very good. That's my point with the barbs right there. If you don't pinch, or if you can pinch those barbs, it's all between you and the fish. You're not getting a little safety help there from the barb. Pinch those barbs down and you'll be able to really protect that fish a little bit more. Very delicate fish, very delicate mouth on them. Try not to handle them too much. You see guys out here taking a bass scale, shoving the fish grips, that's a nice one, shoving the fish grips in the darn trout's mouth and just doing stuff to these things that you just don't need to do, guys. It's a nicer fish. He's got a lot of fight to him. He's not a giant, but he's a nice trout. He's a stock too, I believe, but he's just, wow. He's taking me on a wild ride here. Absolutely incredible looking trout there. Absolutely gorgeous looking fella. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that bite. He's long gone. Wondering what happened. That's gonna bring us one. I'm gonna let it get a little further into the water column. Good thing is we haven't got any of those little, I might jinx myself. Haven't got any of those little bitty stalkers, which is tremendous because those are the ones you really got to worry about being super careful with because they just don't know any better and they'll just eat that hook, make a mess out of themselves, and it's super hard to keep them alive when they do that. That's why it's so important to get that hook in them as quickly as you can. As soon as you feel it mouth the bait like that, it's a nicer fish. Felt a lot like that bite I just had a little bit ago that I thought was a bass. Well, this guy is really trying to get me up in the rocks. It's a nice trout. Gorgeous fish there, guys. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Let's get him back in the water. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Please don't destroy it. Come out here and fish, have a good time, but please don't destroy it. These neighbors out here already don't want us out here. All summer, they're getting terrorized by the tubers. All winter, they're getting terrorized by the trout fishermen. Pick up your trash, do what's right, have a good time. But goodness, man, let's not screw it up for everybody else. It's a nice one. Well, these guys are fired up in this cold weather. This dude is running circles around me. I mean, fired up, guys. It's about to spit that hook. What a big old beautiful girl, guys. Look at that big old beautiful girl. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's get you back in the water. She's long gone. Everybody out on these local trout fishing pages on the Guadalupe talk about how packed it is out here. Guess the cold keeps them away. Guess the cold makes them a little bit soft. So there's your secret sauce for the video, is that if you want to get out here and catch fish and you don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people, come out when it's cold, because I guess they don't like the cold. There's a nice fish. Oh, he's giving us a giant show here. Come on, my friend. You're a beautiful fish. Let's slow it down. You're a big old beautiful guy. Ready to, you had enough of that? Me too. Let's see how beautiful you are. What an absolute hoss, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Missing part of that tail. Life is good. See you, buddy. Dude, it is freezing balls out here. My feet are frozen. And I mean frozen. It's all right. We're gonna keep fishing at least for a little bit. My feet are still there. They haven't fallen off, so we should be able to fish for a little longer. Get in that water, out of the water. 30 degrees is cold no matter where you're at to me. Whoa, he smacked that hard on the way in. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Boy, he's giving us an aerial show, isn't he? He's trying hard to shake it. My guy. Whenever you want to tire out, let me know. Boy, he came in flying for that thing. Boy, these things are so powerful. For their size, they're just powerful. Little 8-pound test, 4-pound leader. He's definitely testing those knots. He still ain't tired out yet. About done? It's all fly gear right there. Don't worry, guys, I'll pull it off for you and I'll throw this away for you. But remember, it's not always the fishermen out there throwing lures causing damage to fish. Look at this absolutely beautiful guy. Absolutely gorgeous fish. What an incredible fish we got there, guys. Beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout. Texas Hill Country, Guadalupe River. We'll see you next time, friend. Thank you so much for that bite. It's all fly fishing gear, guys. So let's quit bashing the anglers that are using spinning gear, regular rod and reel. All these rigs can be dangerous for fish, fly fishing, spinning tackle, any of it. Let's just be honest and be kind to one another.